चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So Nimi Mataji wanted me to speak something on cows. So today we will discuss a little on why worship of cows, protection of cows is so very important for the society to flourish. So the scriptures explain we have many mothers. One is the mother who gives birth to us. The mother, the nurse who takes care of us, she is also a mother. The scriptures mention that the wife of a king is considered to be a mother. The wife of your guru is considered to be a mother. Earth, Bhumi Devi itself is considered to be a mother. Similarly, cow is considered to be one of our mothers because cow gives us this most pure substance of milk. And our scriptures mention that milk, if you actually get pure cow milk, it actually nourishes the brain tissues so that you can think about God and you can advance in Krishna consciousness. So this mother cow is a very, very important part of everyone's life, especially in Vedic culture. Like in Vedic India, people would regularly have yagyas. To do any kind of yagya, you need ghee, which comes from the cow. You need gobar, which comes from the cows. Practically, you cannot do a yagya without having cows. It is not possible. So, in one sense, what it means is you cannot worship Krishna without cows. There's a very beautiful mantra which says, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Cha Jagat Hidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So Krishna, he takes care of everyone, but for Krishna there are two people who are very, very dear. One is the Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, the devotees of God, and the second is cows. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidaya Cha. So Hitaya means Krishna is the well-wisher. Krishna is the well-wisher of Brahmanas and cows. So in a proper society, advanced civilization, 5 kinds of people are always protected, respected, and taken care of. This is the test of a society. The society is really good or not. Just like now when you cook rice, how do you check whether the rice is cooked? Huh? You take one grain. You don't have to check each and every grain. One grain will tell you whether the rice is cooked or not. Similarly, if you want to test whether the society is really advanced culture or not, the way you test is 5 people, if they are protected, taken care of, respected, and these 5 people are happy, that means your society is great. Which are the 5 people? The first is the women folk. Protection of women, respect for women, care for women. Second is children, where the children are given that kind of protection and that kind of culture. The third is old people, where they are respected and protected. The fourth is Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, the devotees of God. And fifth are cows. In any society where these five kinds of people are taken care of, the society flourishes. Any society where any of these five people are abused, exploited, the society vanishes. Now, very soon, Ram Navami is coming up. Ravan had a very successful civilization, but the entire civilization of Lanka was destroyed because why? Because he disrespected women, Sita. Therefore, the whole society was lost. The Mahabharat war, Duryodhan and the Kauravas lost the entire war. They lost their entire family because one woman was disrespected, Draupadi. So it's very that we take care of this five kind of people. You see, there are certain rules and regulations in this world. We may agree to it or not, but the rules and regulations are there. If you break those rules and regulations, you will suffer. So similarly, when we don't take care of cows, when cows are not respected, the society suffers. And we see in today's world, there is so much suffering around. One of the reasons is because mother cow is not taken care of. It is used as an animal to be exploited. So cow is not in our Vedic land, in the Vedic India, cow is not considered an animal. Cow is considered part of your family. It's considered part of the family. You don't consider cow as your animal. So this is a very, very important principle. It is explained that all the demigods, all the devatas, they reside in the body of the cow. So just by worshipping the cow, you worship all the demigods. In Ramayana, there is a story of one of the daughters of Brahma called Ahalya. Very interesting story. Ahalya was a very beautiful girl created by Brahma, and she was so beautiful that all the demigods wanted to marry her. So Brahma kept a competition. Whoever circumambulates the universe the quickest, he will get to marry my daughter. So all the demigods, they went in their vehicles, Indra and everyone, trying to complete the parikrama of the universe. What Gautam Rishi, one of the great saints, what he did was he kept a cow and did parikrama of the cow. Just by doing parikrama of the cow, in one sense, you are doing circumambulation of the entire universe only. Because all the demigods reside in the body of the cow. So when it was time for all the demigods to go and reside in the body of the cow, Lakshmi, we all know Lakshmi, na? Who's Lakshmi? Goddess of wealth. Everyone really loves Lakshmi. Whether people love Narayan or not, people really love Lakshmi. Right? So when all the demigods entered into the body of the cow, Lakshmi did not have a place. But Lakshmi desperately wanted to be in the body of the cow. You know what spot she got? No. Gobar. Exactly. The cow dung of cows is actually where Lakshmi stays. So that means, actually, if you go to see the cow dung and the cow urine, there is traces of gold still there. So even the cow is such an holy animal. Even the dung of the cow is considered to be very, very auspicious. When the Britishers came to the land of India, Hare Krishna, the Britishers used to think that Indians are very backward, because you go to any village of India, you will find gobar everywhere. Houses, the angans, filled with gobar and things like that. So the Britishers couldn't understand why these Indians are so mad after cow dung and cow urine. They were thinking that Indians were backward people and they were very advanced. Now the whole world is accepting that there is nothing more pure than cow dung and cow urine. There is a hospital in a place called Valsad in Gujarat, a cancer hospital, and they do treatment for cancer based on cow products. So cow urine and the gobar is also so very valuable. Ganga, everyone goes to Ganga to take bath. Ganga resides in the urine of cow. Just by touching the urine of cow, sprinkling the urine of, actually you're as good as taking bath in Ganga. Such a holy entity this cow is. So everyone has a certain aura around themselves. The cow has aura which is like 10-20 times that of an ordinary human being. Much, much bigger. So just by going near a cow or going near a goshala, automatically you will feel your mind becoming very, very uh, calm, composed, because that's the aura that they have. Right? Just by going near them, one can actually feel divine vibrations. So the blessings of cows is so very, very important. Lord Krishna, I'll tell you all some stories of Lord Krishna connected to the cows. Lord Krishna, he was born in Mathura, but Lord Krishna went to Gokul, and Gokul was like a cowherd community. His foster mother and father, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, they should take care of cows. And in their house, they used to have 9 lakh cows. And Lord Krishna's entire childhood went in playing with cows only. Lord Krishna was the Supreme Lord. His name giving ceremony, Namkaran Sanskar, happened in a Goshala. It happened in the Goshala. Can you imagine this? Krishna's name giving ceremony happened in a Goshala. When Krishna was just few months old, there was a demon called Putana, a lady demon who came to kill Krishna. Lord Krishna killed this Putana demon, but it is explained that when Mother Yashoda, she felt that so many demons are coming to affect my child, so she wanted to remove evil spirit. She was thinking that there is some evil spirit attacking. How she did it? She took a tail of a cow and she started to hit around the body of Krishna. She sprinkled cow urine on Krishna. She put cow dung in different places on Krishna's body. So this is how Lord Krishna spent his childhood, in touch with cows. Every day Lord Krishna would go to herd cows. In today's world, if someone has to ask you what do you do? We generally tell we are an engineer, doctor. No one will tell very proudly that someone is herding cows. It's considered to be something that no one is really interested in. But Lord Krishna is very proud to be a cowherd boy. Gopal, one of the names of Krishna is Gopal. What does Gopal mean? One who is the maintainer of cows. One of the name of Krishna is Govind. Govinda means one who gives happiness to cows. This is what Lord Krishna did. He spent his entire life giving happiness to cows. So when we serve cows and when we gain blessings of cows, so much prosperity comes. Materially also there is so much success that comes. So this is a very, very important principle. There's this very interesting story. One time Lord Krishna, when he was he was becoming like 5-6 years old, he was given the charge of herding cows. Till now he was herding calves. Now he's become a grown-up boy. Mother Yashoda told him that you can herd cows now. So Yashoda told Krishna, my dear Krishna, now you're going to go to the forest of Vrindavan. There'll be a lot of thorns and stones that will prick your leg. Please wear slippers and go. And Yashoda prepared very beautiful slippers for Krishna. But Lord Krishna said, I will not wear slippers until you give slippers for all the cows. Because Lord Krishna said, I cannot be higher than cows. I cannot be higher than cows. If the cows have slippers, only then I will wear. And they had 9 lakh cows. How do you make slippers for 9 lakh cows? So Lord Krishna went to the forest without slippers because he wanted to respect cows. And the cows in turn had so much, because Krishna had love and affection for the cows in turn had so much love and affection for Krishna. In the night, the cows went to Vrindavan, the forest, and with their legs, they broke all the stones, all the thorns, so that nothing pricks the leg of Krishna. It is explained, Krishna would have so many cows, 9 lakh cows. There is a place in Vrindavan called Ter Kadamba. There is a Kadamba tree. Lord Krishna would sit on top of this Kadamba tree, and Lord Krishna would chant the names of each of his cows. Just like we have beads, 108 mala with 108 beads. Lord Krishna also had beads in which he would chant the names of his cows, would loudly call out the names of cows, and all those herd of cows would come running to him. And Lord Krishna would bring all these cows back to Vrindavan. Krishna, this Govardhan Leela, you all know this pastime. Indra at one time started to shower so much rains, all the cows were about to die. And all the Vrajavasis went and told Krishna, my dear Krishna, you please protect the cows. And Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan. One of the main purpose was to give protection to cows. Govardhan, what does Govardhan mean? Govardhan is a hill in Vrindavan. Govardhan means one who gives happiness and one who maintains the cows. So Lord Krishna felt this Govardhan hill is so special because all the cows are herding on it, all the cows are eating the grass on it. So therefore Lord Krishna had great affection for this Govardhan Parvat. So in this way there are many pastimes of Lord Krishna connected to the cows, right? So this is a very important personality in our lives. I wouldn't say animal, very important personality in our life, mother cow. And seeking the blessings of mother cow is so very important. In the first canto of Bhagavatam, you have the story of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit is Arjuna's grandson. Arjuna's son was Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu's son was Parikshit. So the Bhagavatam first canto explains one time Parikshit, he was going around in this kingdom. So a king in those days, he would go around in the kingdom to see whether everything is okay. So Parikshit was on a round like this, and he saw Kali personified. Kali means this is Kali Yuga, sin personified, hitting a cow and a bull. Parikshit just couldn't tolerate it. Parikshit took out his knife and he was about to kill Kali, and then Kali surrendered to Parikshit Maharaj. So Prabhupada explains in all those purports of the shlokas, an ideal ruler should rule the kingdom like Parikshit. Not only to give protection to humans, but to give protection to cows and bulls. Prabhupada, especially whenever he would meet, in the West, when Prabhupada would go around and he would meet so many Christian ministers and fathers, Prabhupada would always question them this. What kind of religion it is where you kill your own father and mother? Cow is your mother and bull is your father. So if you're killing your own mother and father and you're saying you worship God, what sense it makes? So it's a very basic principle that we have great respect for the cows and bulls for what they do. So if we actually serve cows in this way, we can actually experience a lot of blessings from the cows. In the Ramayana, you have this story of Vashishta and Vishwamitra Muni. One time, King Vishwamitra, he was a great king at that time, he comes to the hermitage of Vashishta. And Vashishta was a sage living in a forest. So he offers obeisances to Vashishta. At that time, Vashishta tells Vishwamitra, I have a desire to feed all of y'all, you and your ministers and soldiers, everyone. So Vishwamitra was thinking, how is Vashishta going to feed? But Vashishta had a cow called Shabala. This cow was a Kamdenu cow. Kamdenu cow basically means a desire fulfilling cow, a Surabhi cow. So Vashishta told this cow, please feed Vishwamitra and all the ministers. And the cow actually fed everyone. Vishwamitra was becoming so insecure that I am the king, but this sage has something that I don't have. So he told Vashishta, you give me this cow, Shabala, in return I will give you millions of cows. Shabala said, this cow is my mother. I don't exchange mothers. And Vishwamitra was not ready to understand this point. So it's a very important principle. When we see cow as a mother, we can actually experience motherly affection from cows. We have our Goshala in Sharao. The last few years serving cows, you can actually experience so much affection coming from cows. Everyone is looking for that emotional fulfillment. People in this world have a certain limitations. But if you go to cows now, you can actually see that they can fill your hearts with so much love and affection. You can actually feel that they are your real mothers. And cow is such an entity, especially when you are in problems, when you're in difficulties, when you go and spend some time with cows now, you will see that like a mother who nourishes you, who actually pacifies you, you will see that whole experience coming to you. So it's a great blessings to be around cows, especially in the land of India where we have so many cows everywhere. Goa is actually called Gomantak Kshetra. At one point there were like cows everywhere. Now the amount of cows have reduced. But this is actually the wealth of the land of India where there are so many cows everywhere. So it is all our duty that we try our best to protect cows. So cow protection is just not about saving the cows from slaughterhouse. Cow protection is also about serving the cows and seeing that the cows are happy. So if the cows are happy, Krishna is automatically happy. If you just give pleasure to cows, Lord Krishna is very easily pleased. So this is one of the best ways where we can actually gain a lot of blessings from cows. And in today's society where there is so much, one of the reasons of slaughterhouses is not only meat. One of the reasons of slaughterhouse is because of economy. So if you can create an economy around cows, then you will see now what happens for most people. Why do they send cows to slaughterhouse? Because they feel that selling the meat of cow will give them money. But when they realize that if you serve cows well, the cow urine, the cow gobar, and all this, if you can use that in terms of making products, the amount of money that you get is much more, much more higher. So this kind of model is actually needed. And now in the land of India, so many people are actually rising up to this. And so many people have started a model of cow protection, which is actually very economically viable. So in all our lives also, being in cities, we are a little disconnected from cows. Village life is different, city life is different. But being in cities, few things that we can do to remain in touch with cows. You know what? First is you all can try to use soaps that is made from cow products. Tooth powder, toothpaste that is made from cows. So if you can do this few things, small things here and there, we will see that we are giving value to the whole cow economy, and the whole thing will actually grow. And whenever possible, you all can come to a goshala, actually serve. When you see cows on the streets, actually try to serve them. You will experience a lot of reciprocation and a lot of blessings. Yeah. So these are some of the thoughts I had on cows and Lord Krishna's pastimes connected to cows. Hare Krishna. Anyone has any questions?
Yeah, in Himachal or in Rajasthan, they bali chadhate hain cow ki, they have a tradition. कुल्लू मनाली में बलि चढ़ते हैं तो भैंस की चलो वही एक फैमिली है. So is it man-made or it is actually God wants?
Yeah. So her question is this idea of sacrifice, animal sacrifice. Yeah, the Vedic scriptures do mention it, but there is a way, and there's a way to find out whether your sacrifice is actually complete. You know how previously, not in this yuga, not in Kali Yuga, previously the Brahmanas would be so powerful when they would sacrifice an animal with mantras, right in front of everyone, the animal would get a human form of life and be promoted. If you can do that, then please go ahead. If your sacrifice is that good, that you are promoting the animal to the next species, human form of life, then your sacrifice is correct. If you are not able to do that, then you should not do it. So therefore, in Kali Yuga, this kind of animal sacrifice is banned. It is not allowed. Still, people do it. So the idea when scriptures do mention about animal sacrifice, the principle is this. The principle is not to encourage meat eating. The principle is to reduce it. Right? So now instead of you tell people, someone who's used to eating meat, you tell him stop it, it may be difficult for him. But then you tell him, on a particular day, on the day of Amavasya or something, which comes once a month, you do a certain ritual and then you sacrifice and then you eat that meat. What you're trying to do is you're trying to reduce it. So for this person to eat meat, he'll have to wait for a month to come. He'll have to do that whole ritual. He will do it once, twice, and he'll get fed up and he'll say, let me not eat only. So the idea is to restrict the whole thing. That's the idea. Right? So therefore, even though this principle of animal sacrifice is there, but in Kali Yuga, no one is a qualified Brahmana to do these kinds of sacrifices. So better not to do it.
And one more thing, Prabhuji, that if there's a death in the family or anything, any good thing, so people feed cows. But I'll tell you one incident that we were going to search for cow, but we were only getting male bull. Yeah. And they were not feeding them. I said, "Wobi to guy hai, khila do." But they said, "No, we need female cows only."
No, bull is also allowed. So basically, yeah, the point that you made is, especially like when someone passes in the family, right? So as family members, we all want good for that person. So one of the things that is always recommended, like when you do this 10 days of Shraddh, Antim Kriya, they will always tell you to do Godan and Go Seva. Because it is explained that due to unforeseen reasons, whatever, if your ancestor is suffering in some hellish planet, suffering some difficult conditions, by serving cows, the cow will actually help this person cross this whole path of suffering. So therefore, Godan, Go Seva is highly recommended, especially for a family member who's passed away. Yeah, but the principle that cow, yeah, generally cow means female only, but the bulls are also that much respected only. You can always feed the bulls and serve the bulls also.
So
Allowed.
the cows that you keep in the Goshala and everything is you have 18, 20 cows.
Yeah, 15, 16.
So we get the milk ghee from those cows.
Yeah, our cows, the local cows here, the yield of milk is little lesser. Especially when they only calve, that is the only time. So we are doing more like a seva kind only. Yeah. But yeah, we are planning to at least create some products from gobar and cow urine, things like that. We are still in the process.
I have a farm. Sorry, no bad. I have a farm in Netawli and I also have cows, around 20 cows there. But everybody feels, oh, why are looking after cows is so unproductive, and it's not, you're spending so much on the, on
Fodder.
the feed and fodder and labor to do all that work, and it's not productive at all. So just put off the close off the shed. But when cows came into my thing, I felt that everything started working very positively.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
That's for sure.
everybody doesn't go with that.
Yeah. So therefore,
How do you convince them people?
so you have, yeah, people have to experience the miracle. So that's why there are certain things you have to experience. Only when you experience with faith, you can see things happening. Even our experience that after the Goshala, we have seen so many positive changes. So until you take that step, now you will never understand. So in today's world, people find it very difficult to connect to scriptures because they don't understand these points, that how serving a cow, getting blessings of cow can help you in other levels. They are not able to connect. But there is actually a deep connect. Only when you do it with faith, then you will see those things happening. You will see those benefits coming. Yeah, and also regarding the point, yeah, which is very, very practical. Many of the farmers now have stopped keeping cows only because they find it difficult. So therefore, the point that I mentioned, making the whole taking care of cows economically sound is also very important. When we can create cow products, we can do things like that and create an economy around cows, then only we'll have more and more people actually getting into cow production. Otherwise, people generally don't do it. They feel that there's a lot of money going out, nothing coming in. Yeah, it's a challenge which everyone needs to work on.
Well, as you know, we've adopted Surya, and I have 2 children. So they adopt cows. They adopt dogs. They, put their baby and that thing. So I have adopted a cow from our Goshala. But now she's very much part of our family. I send pictures. So even though the children don't believe in Krishna, I do, na. So through my little bit of unko ja raha hai.
Yeah.
I really feel because it's Surya, हमारा नाम है, and I connect with the children. Look, Surya is doing well. He's growing up. So it's my way of connecting with the children. I can't connect religiously with them because they are on a different planet. So and
Yeah.
also we got Janvi Sita and Ganga. We have 3 cows by the way adopted from the devotees. Surya, Janvi Sita, and another gentleman Ganga. So
So
they're all
Yeah. In the West, there's a concept called cow cuddling. You have heard this? In the West, there's a There's a concept called cow cuddling,
Cow therapy also.
cow therapy. They go and embrace a cow,
And they see their blood pressure.
and just for that one embrace of cow, they pay hundreds of dollars. And they actually go and do that. The West people, they just go and embrace a cow and they pay so much. But in the land of India, where you have cows everywhere, no one goes to the cows at all. So things have to change. You have
They
to.
have seen that it's reversing the diseases.
Yeah. This one thing I didn't mention to y'all. If someone has high BP, you just at the back of the cow, you just keep rubbing your hand on it. Your BP will get controlled. Automatically, your BP gets controlled. So the being with the cows is beneficial spiritually, physically, in all ways. Being with cows is like the most beneficial thing that you can do. There are like lot of research papers on, like Mataji said, lot of research papers on how your medical health issues can also get reversed just by being with cows.
But what about all these cows that are on the streets and they're eating polythene and rubbish? If we are such spiritual people in India, we believe in so much religion, खड़े हो जाते हैं. But where is the passion for the cow?
Yeah. So the point, that's what I mean. This land ultimately belonged to the cows. We have taken over. The humans have taken over, and now they are left on the streets. Otherwise, literally, the whole land is theirs only. Cows just freely move everywhere. So now, the government has to make a system. Ideally, actually, by rule, every village, the panchayat is responsible for taking care of cows. Ideally, they have to allot a land so that the cows are there. But it's just on paper. No one really does it. But if we can, everyone can actually push the government to do it. That's one way it can happen. Yeah, the other ways, be the change you want to see. Do it on your level. So some things expecting from the government is difficult. So do whatever you can do on your own level. You can try your best, whatever we can. But yeah, seeing these situations is definitely quite painful. Especially on the highway, you'll find so many cows meeting accidents and all that. Yeah, what to do? That like that. Because it's used, they at the ground where they move freely. Now that whole highway has come up, they have nowhere to go.
Very sad. I mean, we are known for the sacred cow, but I don't think the values are there.
Yeah, values are not there.
Very sad. So I would suggest sometime we should go to the Goshala and just see the beautiful cows. I go every month, so it'd be nice, with your family, just go and get blessings, I suppose.
I have a Goshala myself, around 20 cows I have.
Yeah.
And on my farm, Swamiji, Netravali. And in Zambauli also there is a big Goshala.
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah, I know.
But they are not cared for. Those
I know.
cows are not
I have
cared.
seen
So
that.
many cows.
I have seen
so
that.
many
Yeah,
cows.
yeah.
But I think somebody should take up doing drugs for, because they find it's not manageable,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
cows, how they can feed.
Difficult.
Foundation is not capable of looking after
Difficult.
so many cows, though they
It's very difficult.
It's very
That's
difficult.
why we do it at ISKCON, because we know our cows are looked after.
Yeah, sometimes
Because people
probably
are
the
so
cows are
eager.
better off on the street than in a Goshala like that. They get too cramped up. Yeah, it's a challenge that we have to think about.
Even my 20 cows now, it's very difficult for me to go there. And then times change, people also change. They feel, oh mama, why 20? You need a person. But my son is very much devoted to the cows. So he feels, he should continue. Because labor is also so difficult for me.
Yeah.
After the cows and milk
Yeah.
them and all. So difficult to get labor.
Yeah. We also are experiencing.
So sometimes, I would also visit the Goshala to learn something, learn some techniques where, it is actually working cost effective also. Right?
Yeah,
Help
sometimes.
the village to come up, something like that, because, this cow is so much neglected. very much neglected. Like Dhyan Foundation also has so many cows, but they are not cared for because it's not possible
It's not possible.
to feed them so much, and whatever they can do, they're doing. There are not many people coming and visiting the Dhyan Foundation for. I hardly see anybody. But that is the Damodar temple in Zambavli. They are looking after that.
Another thing, Prabhuji, you said 5 things that are children, that are important. I just wanted to ask one tiny thing which is happened last week. I'd been to a temple, and one of the ladies in the temple shouts at the children, right? And I go there every day. भगवान जी को थैंक यू बोलो, मैं उनको, that lady is coming there and she's shouting at the children, and I said नहीं, I said आप प्यार से बात करो, बच्चे हैं. So even Sharmila and I felt that she's doing too much to the children, and बच्चे आके करना चाहते हैं and she's stopping them. तो मैंने हल्का बोला, मैं कि नहीं आप बच्चों को रोको मत, आप नहीं जानती. She went like that. So because I told them that they should come and like that to Bhavanji. So how do I now? I don't feel like going there now because she creates negativity for me. How do I overcome that?
I don't know. She's part of that temple team.
Her husband and they run it. But if they run it, then why are they behaving like this? I mean, I can get in a bad mood and tell her, okay, I'm sorry, this is not acceptable to me. That is, I am very close to that point because one chance I gave, 2 chance I gave. So Saturday we went and this little girl.
Which temple is this?
Just छोटा सा temple.
Sai Mandir is there.
वो छोटी सी लड़की बच्ची आई and she wanted to, because I told her that they have to do pranam. 2-3 बच्चे उस दिन आए तो they saw me and they went and she said नहीं चलो चलो. And I said नहीं, you can't stop children this learning. तो I said ऐसे कैसे बोलो, मतलब मंदिर में रह के आपकी जुबान अच्छी नहीं तो क्या फायदा है, मुझे समझ नहीं आता.
Yeah, some people now have natures like this. थोड़ा वो, they are hardwired. So even you tell them now, it's difficult for them to. Even we have seen people like this, their own nature ऐसा हो जाता है strong. Probably their past experiences or whatever has made them like that. So how to change?
I don't feel like going because I go there for the children. I actually go for the children because it makes me so happy. And when they see Sharmila and I, they are so happy, I can't tell you. And then suddenly this woman comes and it spoils it for us. It spoils the energy. Actually.
Yeah.
We have lovely energy with the children. We say Matha Teko. We give them very little, just packet of biscuit. And even Chanda Mataji noticed. And she says, I said, she can't do that. But again, Saturday, there was another, she did the same thing. छोटी सी बच्ची आके मत्था टेकने तो उसको उसने रोक दिया कि मत्था नहीं.
You can talk with someone else in the temple management, what has to be done. Because if she's one of the main parts of the management, then I mean, how much you can do.
मैं तो कर सकती हूँ, Krishna है.
If you can do it. Whatever is needful, yeah.
नहीं, मैं अपने लिए थोड़ा करूँगी. हम किसी को सिखा रहे हैं. We are giving संस्कार to बच्चे, and then he will protect me. थोड़ा सा बोलना पड़ेगा, otherwise if you don't speak up.
Yeah, if you can. ठीक है, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna.
बता दो, बहुत छोटा lesson हुआ.
What do you all want me to speak on? Anything else?
इतना हमको
मुझे I was asking like पहले टाइम पे गौदान का बहुत ज़्यादा.
हाँ. पहले मतलब अभी भी है.
अभी है, पर कुछ घरों में कुछ जगह तो नहीं, जहाँ पुराने मानने वाले हैं वो तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए, जैसे गौदान का एक्चुअली क्या.
वही, that's what I was trying to tell. वही मैं बता रहा था कि जनरली जब घर में कोई गुजर जाता है, जनरली It's like that. That in the name, in the remembrance of that person, you do like Godan ya Go Seva like that. And the idea is if the deceased person is suffering in some place, in some hellish experience, so just by doing service to cow, the cow can carry this person across. That's the idea.
तो गाँव वगैरह में तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा है like
हाँ.
I have a
Anytime you do like
in the news, you know, so वो मैं बात करेंगी गौदान करना है ऐसा. So now since I didn't know in Delhi, now we cleared it, you know, I also had my mother-in-law was not well for something, so he said आप गौदान कराती थी. I said बेटा मुझे नहीं मालूम है. They said I'll do it in my village, you know. So there he belongs. So that's why I said.
Yeah. Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Achyut of ISKCON, when his father was in his last stage, Prabhupada's father was in his last stage, so Prabhupada went to him and asked him, what is your desire, last desire? Because he knew he's going to pass away soon. So he said, do two things. He said, call all the Vaishnavas and feed them. And second, he said was do Godan in my name. And Prabhupada did this for his father, and in few days his father passed away. So these are two things that everyone should do to seek blessings. One is blessings of Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and second is blessings of cows. I told you this example of Lord Krishna himself. So when Lord Krishna was a small child, whenever birthdays, like we celebrate birthdays, na? Whenever it was Lord Krishna's birthday, how did Lord Krishna celebrate his birthday? They would call Brahmanas in the house. And Mother Yashoda would make Krishna serve the Brahmanas. Go and serve all of them, seek their blessings. And Mother Yashoda would make Krishna serve the cows. So the whole idea is when we serve great devotees and when we serve cows, we gain a lot of blessings. And that is the way we progress in life. So Lord Krishna also did this, Lord Ram also did this. All great personalities have done this. So this is part and a very important aspect of our Vedic culture. Getting blessings of sadhus and getting blessings of cows.
And some specific days when one can feed them, or one can, like when you said Aapki Gaushala mein hai, so one could just say, send some, you know, whatever seva.
Yeah, so best would be
We say especially
on, I would say on birthdays. You know,
birthdays and Amavasya also.
Amavasya is also a good day because you do for forefathers on Amavasya day. Every month Amavasya comes. You can do on an Amavasya, you could do on an Ekadashi, you could do on birthdays or some Punya Tithis.
Like we know that Aapki Gaushala hai, so we can do it at your, even if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not present, like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
Send the money.
Yeah, either way.
Amavasya to abhi aa hi gayi hai, 29.
Okay? Hare Krishna.